Activate. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rick Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their mind. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show.
All right, welcome to the Pelon and Chubby Show, or sort of. I am Pelon, Rick Salas, and this is the podcast every Wednesday at 6:30. The difference is tonight, the other half, I'm not going to say my better half, but the other half had some personal things come up, and so he's not able to be here tonight. Not a big deal. The show must go on. I was thinking about not doing it, but I was all fired up with all the stuff going on right now. I didn't want to miss. There's a possibility we may do another one tomorrow, but I am going to forge ahead and do this. Now, the difference is if you listen to the Facebook Live and you like that, then that's all good, because I'm taping on my computer, the other one, and I'm going to try and post that as the podcast on all our different sites that we have our podcast. So December 6th, 6:30, the Pelon and Chubby Show. I see Dion Trujillo watching there. I'm at the Raging Cajun in Redondo. Well, good for you. I'm at the Inland Tavern, as we always are every Wednesday, here doing our show, and they're gracious enough to have us. We like it. It's a cool spot. They got a full bar. They got some good beers on tap, and they got a happy hour that is pretty darn good. Food's pretty good. So if you're in the hood, local, come on down, check it out. Come and say hi, grab a beer, have some fun. So anyway, we're going to get this thing going. There's a whole lot going on. It's kind of weird not having someone here with me to bounce stuff off of, but we're going to go ahead and do it. Rafaelito in the house. What's up, big dog? I saw you were at the open mic there at Tommy T's. It's a good venue. I like it. He goes a little heavy on certain types of comics, but, it's all good. It's another venue for people to go out and work. If you see me look up, it's because I'm keeping one eye on the Warrior game, and I'm not neglecting you guys. Don't feel bad. I just want to see the Warriors play, and they're putting a whooping on them, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. We should be able to have this show. No problem. Who's trying to get in here? Somebody? Oh, there we go. Invite friend to watch or whatever. We're good. We're good. Anyway, so we're going to get going. I got some little notes and stuff. I guess the first thing I want to put out there is a bunch of people that I know are in Bel Air, I'm sure. But there's what's up, man? I was talking about, I want to put it out there, thoughts and prayers go out to all the people there out in L.A. The fire's going on right now. I got some friends. Unless they're starving comics that happen to park in Bel Air, I'm sure they got nothing to worry about, because most of them are nowhere near it. But I'll tell you what, man, it's going to be it's tough. If there was any area, and I'm not trying to make light of the fires or anything. I feel bad for everybody that's involved.
Sure.
Hey, but if there's an area that's going to burn up, that's the right area. Like, I wouldn't wish it on anybody, but that's the right area, because those fuckers could take off to another house, whatever.
Yeah.
Problems rebuilding it. They're cool. It's the people that are renting that are struggling, that if their places burn up, that's all they own right there. Their clothes, all the shit in their house.
Insurance companies are crying right now.
Well, yeah. Hey, they've been ripping us off for years, so fuck them. That's the way it goes. That's karma, right? All this stuff coming down right now, all the insurance companies are taking it, but that's years and years of abuse of good, hardworking people paying their money, Yeah. So it all comes around. It all comes full circle. But But I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to wish bad on anybody. But if anywhere was going to go up in flames, Bel Air is the right spot. Because those fuckers, all that money that's all.
Yeah, they can afford to lose a little bit here and there. Yeah, they'll be all right.
I'll tell you what, with all these, I was going to talk about it a little later, but we're already into it now. But with the fires and everything, I turned on the TV. It was yesterday when those Ventura fires were going really bad, and they're still going bad, but that's when it all started. And the Fox 5 down here in San Diego, the news guy was on, and it was his report. It was something he put together, and it was about Bitcoin.
Yeah, I heard a lot about Bitcoin.
It was a finance segment, is what it was. So they were talking about how hot the stock is, and should investors that are like 401k and all that stuff, should they dump their money into this? Should they invest? Should they just hang tight or whatever? So the anchor segues over to this guy, and he says, "So we're talking about Bitcoin." And he's going, "How is Bitcoin? Is it hot right now as a stock?" And the guy says, "No bullshit." And the fire had just started. Bitcoin is as hot as a Ventura County fire. The fire had just started. I'm like, dude, you got some fucking nuts. Comics don't even like to do stuff the same week that the shit happens, or whatever. And then it's kind of like a fire is not very tasteful, So I'm like, dude, you got a set of nuts, And I guarantee you, by the end of the afternoon, if not right after that segment, the dude was fucking fired. I promise you. There's no way, But so I was talking about this.
Hey, we got some fires,
we had an earthquake a little while ago, 4.2 in Julian, which is a little ways away. You can feel it, but there's no danger. But you got all these fires, all these earthquakes, all this everybody molesting everybody, And so, and I'm not trying to knock the holy rollers, but my mom and dad are like, hey, it's the end times, it's a sign. The world's falling apart, all these natural disasters, everybody screwing each other, And Sodom, look at LA's burning, Sodom and Gomorrah's on fire. So I'm like, oh, this is definitely gonna be the whole everybody chiming in now and giving their 2 cents about what's going on, And they've been saying it for the last 30, 40 years about the end times and all that stuff, And I'm not, like I said, I don't do the Jesus jokes. I'm not trying to knock anybody but it is what it is, and I just call it all coincidental. And I feel bad for all the people involved, that are running for their lives, getting poked in the butt and don't want it, So yeah, I feel bad for them. Hey, we got a couple people that joined in. Hey, Pinche James is tuned in for a minute there. I don't know if he's
Pinche.
Huh? Pinche James?
Pinche James. Yeah, Pinche James.
Yeah, he tuned in. And Reggie Rodriguez from Chrysler Financial. What's up, dog? And then Marty.
You got a 16th Mexican.
Huh? What's that?
He's a 16th Mexican. He's a 16th Mexican.
All right, so for everybody that's just tuning in, this is the Pelon and Chubby Show here. Every Wednesday, we do this show live from the Inland Tavern here in San Marcos, California. What a beautiful place. We have a little cocktails and all that stuff. If you can come down right now, come on down. My co-host called in sick tonight. He has all the technical equipment that hasn't been working right for the last 2 weeks. So I'm doing it a little different. I'm recording it on my laptop. I'm going to post it as a podcast in a couple days from the laptop. But then I'm doing it from my iPhone for the Facebook Live. And one of my good buddies who just got out of the Clank is kind of co-hosting from where? What part of BFE are you in now?
Patterson, California, baby. Patterson, California.
And reception there is lousy, so he's kind of going in and out. So he's not going to chime in a whole bunch. He's just going to be like the little angel on my shoulder, kind of tuning in, hanging out. So it's cool. He's going to be co-signing on a few things and just doing a lot of So he's my ed man for the night, which is cool. I'm back on the low sugars and stuff, so I'm doing a little vodka soda cran instead of my favorite beer, 805 from Firestone, we'll get that next week, maybe in the next couple of weeks. But I got to get these sugars down. Getting old, shit happens. That's the way it is. So drink up, assalamu alaikum, bullshit. All right, so I had a couple other things I wanted to touch on. Sponsorships, we're still looking for sponsorships. Get in on the ground level right now, because later on it's not going to be cheap when this show takes off. And I'm being heard nationwide, which we're going to be picked up by a radio station pretty soon here. And we're going to be 3 days a week on the radio. So jump in now, because I'll give you the grandfather price. When this thing takes off, we'll grandfather you in, and it'll be nice and cool, Somebody's saying hi to you, they can't see. Brian, this is my show, fucker. Ralph is just hanging out. Say hi to the host.
Hey, I love Brian. Brian's a good dude.
Watch. It's going to be fun. So, moving on. In the news, I love in the news. In the news, LeVar Ball making the news once again. That motherfucker can't stay out of the news. Just let your son play. He's trying hard. He's doing good for the Lakers, but you keep on getting in the way and holding him up. Just let the little dude play, man. He's a good baller, but he's all confused because you're chirping in his ear all day and night. So your son goes over to China and rips off some glasses, and you think it's not that big a deal. So we covered it last week, but the orange man saves him. He frees him from the grips of the communist China, and you don't have any kind of thanks for him or anything for saving your kid. So, of course, your kid gets suspended, and everybody knows he's on a one and done for UCLA. He's going to play this season, and he's gone. He's going to pull out of school halfway through the school year after the basketball season's over, and he's not even going to play. Or he's not. So now with the suspension, he's definitely not going to play. So obviously, why hang out? Why play? And now his name is tarnished a little bit. So the best thing you can do is disappear for a minute, you and your kid. So it's not a bad thing what you're thinking. You're taking the two little ones, ball 2 and ball 3, and you're shipping them off to Europe or Asia to play out there instead of finishing school and doing the one and done in college. So not a bad idea. Look at Boo, the Zoom nigga tuning in. All right. So LeVar Ball, you've done fucked up. Your kid's fucked up, but you're trying to salvage it. I don't think it's a bad thing going to Europe and Asia. Let them play over there and then come back in the NBA. And hopefully Ball 1 is playing a little better by then. But I think it'll be all right. I think you guys will recover. You just need to shut the fuck up, take a back seat, and let your little dude do his thing for the Lakers. So I think Lakers are looking better, still not looking good. The Warriors are on right now, putting the smack down on Charlotte. So they can tune in. The Lakers can tune in and watch a little bit of that. But that's just my little follow-up on LeVar Ball. The victim of a vicious, talented tweet from Trumpster last week.
What do you say?
That was the most classic ever. I don't know. I just called him a buffoon, ungrateful buffoon. Right? So anyway, that was last week. That's old news. Jim Winkler, what's up, dog? All right, so we're just going over Terry Crews. My next little topic I wanted to go over. Terry Crews is that spastic, super yoked out black dude that's on TV, and he usually does movies and stuff or TV shows with the Wayans and stuff. He's like, all his movements are so herky-jerky. He drives me crazy. I feel like he's like an epileptic doing a TV show, but he's not. He's just super hot. But the point is, the guy is coming out right now and saying that his manager or whatever groped him in his younger years as a actor, a comedian. Okay, let me put this straight. Let me make this real clear for everybody out there that's following this sexual harassment circus that's going on right now. And I call it a circus because there are people that were affected that really did get hurt by this whole harassment thing in Hollywood and actually everywhere in the world, as far as jobs and stuff. But the real, now everybody's claiming that something happened to them and they've turned this thing into a circus, and now you can't believe who is real and who isn't real. But if you're a woman and something happened to you and you're coming out, or even if you're just trying to get a little loot and you're coming out right now, as a woman, that's perfectly fine. If you're a dude, Terry Crews, listen to me right now. If you're a dude and you're trying to pull this shit off, you're a fucking homo. Grab your shit. Okay, so what? Some dude played with your fucking nuts. What's the big deal? Problem. Grab your ass. So even if you got a little middle finger in the butt grabbing your ass, so what? That happens. That happens. As big as you are, as yoked out as you are, what do you care? Oh, so some dude wrote you. Is your career tubing that bad that you need to cash in right now? That you need to settle? That what you need? Come on, dude. That's kind of that's what I'm talking about when I say when you start polluting this whole sexual harassment thing and everybody starts getting all weird about it. The women that it really happened to, they're not going to be able to be taken seriously because guys like you are coming in and claiming shit now that you got touched inappropriately. A big black dude like that, 6 whatever the fuck you are, 200 and something pounds, and you got touched inappropriately. Come on, man. Come on, where's Kistan when I need him? Come on, man. Let's be real, dog. That's a bad state of affairs right there. You need to pull out now and say you're sorry for even bothering anybody with your statements. Oh, man. All right, I noticed you guys are looking at my hat, there it is. Just to follow up on last Saturday, went up to Redondo Beach, was hanging out with my young cousin Brian Stone. He is the one of the members, founder of the Buttonhole.
What?
The Buttonhole, Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach. And he did their CD release party last Saturday, and it was super cool. Got to see with a couple of my buddies, Jason Server, a couple friends used to go, Colleen Felix, Winsome Reese. There's a whole bunch of people. Who else? I know I feel bad. I'm probably forgetting some people. Mike Ballygad, who didn't think I remembered his name, or at least his wife didn't think I'd remember. I remember. I'm old, but I'm not, senile. I know what's going on. So that was kind of cool. The music was good, a little bit faster, a little bit harder. Cool. I mean, I had a lot of fun. It was a blast. So that was kind of nice, So that was good. I stayed up there in El Segundo. Plan on going back pretty soon. But, it was cool. Good seeing everybody. Like I said, the Triple X reunion's coming up. Redondo High School, 19 whatever. Reunion's coming up in next September. So I'll be up there again for that. But hopefully I'll be up there a couple more times before that. So that'll be kind of cool. Let's see here. Going through my points that I want to touch on. Yeah, the record release party, went over that, all that. All right, so this is the Pelon and Chubby Show. If you're just tuning in every Wednesday, 6:30 at the Inland Tavern. We're here. You can come down. It's open. Some people like to pull up a chair and watch, grab something to eat, grab a drink, and hang out and listen to my bullshit for an hour and a half. And they call that fun, which I agree with them because I have a blast doing this. So come by, check it out, send me something talking about whatever you want to hear about. And once I get through all my points, talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. I got to take a sip of that cocktail. Keeps me loose. Keeps all the stuff working. All right, so let's see here. Next. All the fires, man. That's rough. It's going crazy. Matt Lauer update. Fired, obviously, everybody knows the news. Fired from the Today Show. All the truth and all the stuff is coming out now. Last week we were talking about what did he do? Jeez, to get fired after 20 years. And apparently a lot of stuff has been going on for a while. And the execs were kind of covering it up. They were putting written statements by these women, but they weren't going any further with it because they didn't want to mess up the show and have it go anywhere. What's up, Jose? Where you at, dog? Why are you not down here? So Jose is the one that's kind enough to have Jose and Peter are the two guys that owners here at the Inland Tavern, and they're nice enough to host us every week. So we do appreciate that. Inland Tavern, come down, have a bite, have a drink with me, and watch the show. Anyway, so Matt Lauer, they were covering it up for a long time. But now they've come full circle, and they kind of let everybody know what was going on. It's another one of those of exposing himself and all that, and not wanting to, these ladies were going with it for a while. He had been cheating on his wife for a long time, paid her $5 million and put her in a house, so they could live separately and him not go through a whole lot of scrutiny. But I don't know. It's not really working. So the father-in-law, his wife's dad, said that they are definitely 100% getting a divorce, that it's done, that he is officially a piece of shit. And so it's not working. So he is a broken person right now, which I don't believe. I don't care. I don't feel sorry for him. Dog, $25 million a year. $25 million a year you're getting, and you've been getting that for, close to, I don't know, you're probably getting less when you first started, but for 20-something years. Plus, you were banging everything that moved that got in your sights. And we're supposed to feel sorry for you? Yeah, I don't think so. Dog. Hey, good luck with all your future endeavors. But, yeah. Too bad for you. Better you than me, Matt. But then also, I wish I had your loot. But so that happens, right? San Diego comedy scene. There's, it's interesting. I'm not doing the open mic over there at I can't remember the name of the place, Tremont. I'm not doing the open mic there anymore. There's a lot of open mics that aren't happening. A lot of them are going to variety shows, and it's just, and then a lot of the clubs are starting up these open mics, but they put all these rules and all this bullshit, and they only give you a certain amount of time, 5 minutes, and you got to put your name in a raffle. Like, I want to go down there and hang out, with you guys, whatever. And I don't give a fuck. Take it however you want. But I'm not trying to go hang out with you guys. I'd rather go hang out at home, hang out somewhere else. But if I'm going to go all the way down there and I'm going to drive 45 minutes to do 5 minutes and then maybe not even get the 5 minutes because I got to be in a stupid raffle, you can kiss my ass. That's not happening. So, I'm sure your shows are great, whatever. And, the funny thing is I'm out there doing it for free. I get paid now. I don't know if you know that. I get paid. I'm going over there and doing these shows for free like an idiot. That's my fault. That's not your fault. No, you know what? My bad. It's not your fault. It's my fault for doing it. Allowing you to get over on me doing it. But whatever. It's all good. Enough said. But I do. There was a post on San Diego comedy. This guy turn off your thing. I'm getting too much noise, background noise. Hey, but there was a post on the San Diego comedy. It's an open mic show that's going to happen. It actually seems like a pretty good show because the comic that is headlining is actually a very good comic. And I was actually thinking about going to this show. But the guy puts a quote on there, and he says, I know Facebook is that place where we go and post stuff and put the look at me, and that's what we're there for. And unfortunately, this is another post like that. You know what, dude? And his name is Mike Brew. I don't know if you're listening, but maybe somebody that is listening can send you a little message. And this is not where we all go to say, look at me, look at me. This is where I go, and a lot of people like me go to put my work in front of people, post advertisements to come out and see us at clubs. This is where we do our work. You might be fucking around or be on this thing to have people look at you, and apparently they're not fucking looking at you. So in the future, speak for yourself. Don't speak for me. Don't speak for any of the other comics. Speak for yourself. We're not here for the look at me. This is our work. This is how we plan on making a whole life out of this thing, paying our bills, taking care of our kids, and this is our fucking careers. So fuck off, Mike Brew, you piece of shit. Don't post stuff like that anymore. You suck. Enough about that. I get a little testy sometimes. So speaking about comedy, what we're going to do, it's coming up pretty quick here. We're looking for venues. If you have any idea anywhere that you think might want to do a show, let me know and we'll start one up. No problem. We will start it as long as the place works and it's works for comedy. I'll do the show. So here I'm letting you know right now we're going to try and book out for the next year. It'll be the last Saturday of every month. Last Saturday of every month. We're going to have it. I got to finalize it for sure, but it looks like 95% like it's going to happen. But it'll be at the Moose Lodge in Oceanside, right off of Vista Way and Coast Highway. So we're going to try and get that place the last Saturday. We're already in talks. Things I think are looking pretty darn good. But we are going to have it at the Moose Lodge the last Saturday of every month. We're going to have a paid show, not an open mic. This is a book show with comics from LA and San Francisco and maybe one or two from San Diego. We'll see how that goes. But it's going to be a book show, the Moose Lodge, Oceanside, the last Saturday of every month. Come out. It's going to be very reasonably priced. It'll be less than a movie. And you are going to see an excellent show. We're also going to tie it in with a live band. Tied in with a live band, and we're going to have a comedy show, hour-and-a-half show. It'll be a tight show. It'll be headliners, national headliners, no bullshit, and then we'll have a very, very good cover band or bands doing originals. And maybe we can get the old Buttonholes down here to do a show. That'll be kind of cool, do a little collaboration. But that'll give you a full night on a Saturday, an hour and a half of comedy, and then a band place closes. They got a full bar there. It's a nice, cozy place. No food, but maybe we're almost positive we're going to have a food truck pull up and do the food for us. So that should be pretty cool. Hey, out there, like I said, this is the Pelon and Chubby Show. We do this podcast every Wednesday. If you're looking for Guy Murray, he took the night off. He had some stuff going on, so it's just it's going good. I got a little background noise there. Sorry, folks, from Raphael. So I'm just working alone tonight. Maybe I will be able to interview the owner of the place tonight. We'll see how that goes. One of them's on his way in a minute here. So I also put it out there. Hey, hope everybody is safe. Fire going, fires. And then we had an earthquake here in San Diego, 4.2 out of Julian, where they make the apple pies, But, it wasn't that big of a deal. Not that bad. But got a lot of stuff going on right now. Just hoping to bring a little levity to what's going on right now. So, like I said, I hope everybody's safe, but we still got to live and laugh and just hope everybody's all right. So that's what we're trying to do here. That's it. Nothing serious.
What's up, man?
I don't know if it's the end of the world. So we got Rafaelito. What's up, dog?
What's up, man? I just took a little break right now. Had to go take care of the kids for a second. Yeah. What's going on?
Hey, put a muzzle on those things.
Put a what? What'd you say?
I said, put a muffle on those things. A muzzle.
You said a muzzle.
Don't get all weird. I got kids, all right? No, I was telling the audience. I said, put a muzzle on your kids. So, but and they looked, of course, I got the sour looks from everybody. But I'm like, fuckers, I got a kid too, so don't worry. I can say that.
So what's up, man? What's going on? You liking doing this podcast thing or what?
Yeah, it's cool. I still like doing the stand up and getting out there and seeing the faces live. But what I'm trying to do is still do the shows. We'll have the Pelon and Chubby comedy show at the end of every month at the Moose Lodge in Oceanside. Yeah. So that'll be cool. Still be doing shows, and I'm trying to start up 3 or 4 shows. Either weekly or monthly shows. So maybe like 2 weekly shows and 2 monthly shows.
Uh-huh.
So it's not too much. But we still want to do the live stand-up. But what I also want to do is turn this show into a thing where I can have a studio audience right here. Maybe, like maybe 20 people or so. Not a big, crazy show. But have a studio audience and then play it over speakers so they can actually hear the show. And then we can pass the microphone down if they want to ask a question or whatever we want to mess with the crowd. And then when I have the guests, which we're going to start getting bigger and better guests when the money starts rolling in. But we're going to have some high-profile guests and make the show, I'm not going to say I want it to be or it will even have a chance of being even close to the Howard Stern show. But that's kind of like, that's
it's a dream. It's a dream.
Mine.
Sure.
But I want it to be like more comedy infused than talk show, So it's going to be kind of like a little mix. But I think it'll be cool. But so that's my big one that I want to do and get this show picked up, and so we can have it broadcast on radio, and we can have a little studio audience, and then move this thing into a studio where the sound quality is good, the equipment is just tits, so everything sounds good, man. And we can do the live podcast right there. I think it'll be awesome. It'll be a live radio show, live podcast, and if we can put it on TV, fuck it, bring on the TV. They better hurry, though, because I'm not as sexy as I used to be. So they don't want to grow out the crowd or the TV audience. They better bring the TV on pretty quick.
Hey, it looks like we're getting a lot of people watching here, huh?
Yeah, we get a pretty decent following watching live. Let's see who else is on here.
My cousin Alex. That's cousin Alex's dad right there, the one that just joined.
Who is it?
What's his name? No Game's dad.
Oh, yeah?
Alex.
He's on there?
Yeah, he's right there. You see him?
Alex Sr.?
Yeah, Alex Akyle, yeah.
I see the Zuniga.
Yeah. I see Stephanie.
Hey,
Stephanie's watching from Rusty's. My uncle.
He is? Hey, did you see where a couple episodes ago? Hey, and by the way, if you guys are going on Podbean, or if you're going on iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, any of those and watching the podcast, just shit can 1 through 7. Don't even bother watching 1 through 7. They're terrible. Watch 8, 9, and 10, and now even 11 when I post it. But those are the ones you want to watch. They're pretty good. But I was going over when Mark Curry was at the upstairs.
Oh, at the Great Plate. Yeah. At the Great Plate.
The Boardwalk?
Boardwalk. Yeah, upstairs.
Right, upstairs at the plate, the Great Plate. And so Mark Curry, I don't know if you heard this story before, go take a piss real quick. Or go make something to eat or get something to drink.
I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back.
Oh, did you hear the story? You heard the story already?
Fucker, I was there.
I know, but you didn't hear me retell the story.
Yeah,
So we're selling tickets to this place, and it holds like 200 people, right? And the line wouldn't stop. It was like around the corner, all these people, and so every seat got filled. And so finally, we started telling the people at the door, "Hey, if you want to come in, that's cool, but it's $20." And they're standing room only. You got to stand the whole show. And they're like, fuck it. But you got to remember, this place was old and rickety. And I think 200 people was probably stretching it for the building because it was upstairs. And it was old. So anyway, we shoved 300 people in this place. And the dude did like 3 hours or something and just absolutely destroyed it. But our buddies we played, and he's watching right now. Boo Zuniga. And so Mark Curry hanging with Mr. Cooper on ABC a long time ago. Anyway, he starts talking to Boo and Reno, and so he's like, he tells him the last name, and he says Zuniga. And he's like, what? Zuniga? Are you what did he say? The niggas of the zoo? It was hilarious, man. And so for every time I see the name, I always say, what's up, zoo niggas?
Some zoo niggas.
I know, some people are like, that's not very funny, whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
It's my story. What do I care? But no, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. This is a spot that we normally have the advertisers or our sponsors chime in and say, what's up, what's up, what's up. So, what's up, Rob?
I'll be right back, bro. I got to do something real quick.
Ow! Yeah, no. Just, hey, if there's any background noise, just click off.
Is there a background noise?
There was earlier. It's all good. It's all good.
All right, guys.
All right, so I'm just keep on going, go take a shit, and come back.
All right, buddy.
All right. So, anyway, more Annette Romo, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for joining in. We appreciate it. We appreciate it a bunch. And maybe once this thing gets going like it's supposed to go, maybe then we can take this little show on the road and kind of visit everybody that's tuning in here at their, wherever they live. That'd be kind of cool. Some of them do a show in Redondo, go up to Bay Area, Central Valley, do shows up there, do some recordings, get some people up there to, it'd be fun, take it on the road, whatever. It's nice to get on the road every once in a while. So, all you Trump haters out there, suffered another loss. I don't know what you guys are going to do. And I say you guys because I don't support either one of them. I just watch and observe and try and keep my head above water. But you lost with Hillary, and now you tried to impeach the orange man, and what happens? What happens? They put it in front of everybody for a vote, and guess what happened? Old Trumpster pulled through with a overwhelming vote where the Democrats actually joined in with the Republicans and pushed it through to deny the impeachment vote. It failed, according to the news, it failed miserably. So that's what the leaders of this country, the ones that are the real decision makers, not Donald Trump. He's just a figurehead that they pull the strings. And I'm not going to get all political and shit, but it's pretty obvious. 364 to 58 denying the impeachment vote. What does that tell you? The leaders, the people that represent us in Congress or the House or wherever, they all, which are, they're politicians, whatever, but they all represent us. We voted them in, and they all said no. Why are they saying don't impeach him if he's doing such a terrible job? Ask yourself that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm just an American. I just want to see our country stay afloat, and right now a lot of stuff is seems to be working. The stock market is like an all-time high. So I don't know how. I mean, we can all say it's terrible, whatever, but it doesn't seem to be doing all that bad. I understand people have their concerns, but I don't think all our alternatives are a whole lot better than what we got right now. So we just need to chill out a little bit and just hold on and try and work together, and maybe we can see this thing through. Can you guys see the new sign? I don't know, for you that didn't tune in last week, behind me, the Pelon and Chubby billboard up in the window of this fine establishment, the Inland Tavern. So yeah, we're here. That is kind of all the real points that I had. Update on the score: Golden State Warriors 95, Charlotte 82. So they're putting it on them pretty good. Anyway, so we're just kind of here. Is there anybody out there that has something that they want to talk about? Anything interesting? Vic, what's up, man? Vic Cordova, congratulations on the baby. I don't know if you saw the broadcast last week, episode 10. And at the end, listen to episode 10 at the very end. You can see it on BeanPod or Podbean. You can see it on iTunes, episode 10. At the very end, I do some shout outs and I gave you and the old lady there and the new baby a little shout out and a early alleged induction to the U-Trip Hall of Fame. Congratulations, dog. Big props to you and enjoyed all the time playing with you. And I'll never forget winning that championship with 7 dudes at Big League Dreams. 7 of us whooped the ass on those 2 teams. I don't know if it's ever happened or will happen again with 7 guys. But that was fucking tremendous, man. That was a highlight right there. I thought that was pretty darn cool. But I went over some points tonight just to kind of recap what we were talking about earlier. I don't know if you want me to cover any more on it, but we got or if anybody wants to come on the show, I can patch you in and you can be on the show and people can hear you. Just let me know, give me a heads up, tell me you want to be on the show and I'll bring you in right now. It's towards the end of the show. We got probably another half hour or so I can bring you in for show. Let me know what you want to do. But today we covered, the fires, obviously the people going through all the stuff. Our thoughts and prayers go out to you for sure. Be safe. Don't take any chances. You can replace all that stuff, all the house, the stuff. I know it's going to be tough, but don't put yourself in danger, man. Don't put your family in danger. Just be safe, man. Be safe. There's a lot of stuff going on. Down here we had a little earthquake. Our windows are going to be firing up tomorrow. So everybody in San Diego, keep your eyes open. Be ready to roll. Pack some stuff if you have a chance. Pack a couple things and be ready for this shit because it's for real. The fire's no joke. Did a little recap on the cousins buttonholes, and I told him, I said, look, and if there's anybody gay listening right now, I don't have anything against gay people. I have an extreme fear of dicks anywhere near my mouth or butthole, but I'm not homophobic in any way. So I just need you to know that I point out things and notice things, and I also don't want to be a statistic, a notch on your pole if you're a gay man. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. But I told my cousin, I said, I like your hats, man. I think they're cool. But you see, they got the what resembles to be the gay flag there, the rainbow, which they so conveniently stole from us or borrowed it or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so that's there. So, sometimes I have, like I said, I don't have any issues with them, but I just have a little trouble wearing it and people thinking I'm homo and wanting me to participate in some games and shit. And then I told him, when you have a couple cocktails or maybe you forgot your glasses or you close one eye and you don't really look at the buttonholes real closely, it very so much resembles buttholes. So buttholes with the flag is very dangerous. But I chose to wear it today because I don't think they're going to be able to get through the hemorrhoids if they try and get in. Yeah, that's what's going on right now. I had the shits, so the hemorrhoids are paying a little visit. They're like some of you refer to your in-laws hanging out for the weekend. Yeah, that's kind of how my hemorrhoids are right now. They're just hanging out for the weekend. Very inconvenient. I only notice them when I hang out at the house. Yeah, so that's kind of going on. And then I kind of went over Terry Crews making allegations of being groped. Come on, dog. Be a man. Don't fuck it up for all the ladies trying to make real claims and get a settlement. Dog, stay out. This is for ladies only with the whole groping and harassment. It's not for dudes, especially as big as you are. Come on, Chocolate Thunder. Anyway, what else did we go over? I'm just kind of recapping for you guys that already heard it. Sorry. Just recapping for the people that just tuned in. This is the Pelon and Chubby Show. I'm Rick Salas. I'm Pelon. Chubby took the night off. He had some personal stuff going on. He'll probably be back around tomorrow. We might do another podcast tomorrow if you're interested in watching or listening. That'll go down as an episode 12, I believe. I just had a lot on my mind. I wanted to be heard. I was already in the mood of doing this thing. So I don't have the equipment tonight, but taping it on the laptop. I'm doing the live Facebook over the iPhone. So, and I'm at the Inland Tavern having a blast. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad you guys tuned in because, I don't know, I probably wouldn't have been able to sleep tonight missing the show. This is like my fix. And it's not to look at me like that piece of shit Mike Brew has said earlier, but it's not about that. It's my message, my thoughts, being heard across America. That's what my dream is, and we're going to make it happen. Except, guys like me that don't go through the normal channels or don't have all the loot or aren't sucking off somebody to get to the top, which, I mean, if you got enough money, give me a call. Who knows, it's not too late to change things. just saying, I got to go through the different channels, so I'm trying to do this thing, and it's taking a while, man. Sometimes I wonder why, but you guys tuning in are the reason why, and you guys support me, my lifeline, and make me feel good that you want to hear what I have to say. So thank you. I appreciate it. You don't know how much I appreciate it, but hopefully one day I'll be able to show you guys what it means to me. So, and no, I'm not going to cry, fuckers. I'm just telling you how I feel, all right? And then I just went over that, like I said. All the shows coming up at the Moose Lodge in Oceanside. The Pelon and Chubby Show are going to have a variety show of some sort. Not a variety show. It's going to be comedy and live band afterwards. And then the overwhelming vote not to have the vote to impeach Trump, 364 to 58. People saying no. Our leaders say no. We don't want the orange man to go away. So, I don't know what your feelings are on that. Let me know. Somebody chime in. Tell me what you think. And like I say, like I always say, after everything I say, it's always the same thing. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I'm American. And I just want to see this country be successful and make it. So, and all of us have an opportunity to make it, all us Americans. And that's all I'm going to say on that. That's not that big a deal. Guy Murray, what's up? Any way you can patch in? I was just telling everybody, you just tuned in right now, but I was telling everybody that you had some stuff going on, so you couldn't be part of this show tonight. I decided to go ahead and do the show by myself. I'm recording it on the laptop and going live. And it's not the same without you here, dog, but I felt like I needed to do this, and the show kind of had to go as planned. But we can always do one tomorrow, too. I got more shit to talk about. I love to hear myself talk. So tomorrow we can do episode 12. This is episode 11. So I've had fun tonight. I think it's great. We got about 50 minutes in. I'm kind of hoping that somebody will chime in, say something that they want to hear. Anyone out there feel moved, want to talk about something, let me know, man. I'm here. I'm here for you. You make me, so let's talk about whatever. Everybody ready for Christmas? What are our thoughts about Christmas, man? I'll tell you what. I have some issues with Christmas. I have the issues with Christmas being for the wrong reasons for a lot of people. Everybody gets fired up about it, but they're not even necessarily fired up about what the thing is supposed to be really about. So that's kind of a problem that I have. The real reason why we're all here, there's kind of a lot of stuff, man. But whatever. And then I got my own personal problem is that everybody wants. All these kids say they want all these presents, and then you get them stuff, and then they're unhappy and they're crying and all the bullshit, So it's kind of a ungrateful little fuck. You know, I have an issue with that. So Christmas, to me, has become this miserable event that is no fun for me, no fun for anybody involved, but it's a necessary evil. You gotta go out and buy the kids presents and all that shit. Those little fuckers get presents all year. They're spoiled rotten. They don't even know what Christmas is. Well, this year, they know. They know the Christmas lights. You know, I don't know if a lot of you know. And it's tough for me to talk about. But I got a little girl, 5 years old, Kira. And when I first found out that she was pretty severely autistic, it was, it was a crusher, you know. And I used to do jokes all the time about kids being retarded and stuff. And I said one day, you know, me doing all those jokes, my karma was going to be, you know, having a child that's retarded, which was pretty sad. You know, that I didn't even joke about that, but I did. So, you know, it happened. But, so anyway, she's 5 years old, and we got the tree, right? We went out and got the fake tree, because I don't want to cut down any more real trees. And then this tree will last forever. And it's pretty cool. It looks real. And so I got all the stuff out of the garage, and I'm putting it up. And the little girl, man, she started decorating the tree. We showed her how to do it, you know, kind of. And so she started putting on the ornaments and stuff. That chick had 3 boxes of ornaments and stayed up until 5 in the morning decorating the tree. Like, she couldn't even lay in bed. She had to keep on jumping out of bed, and I'm yelling at her to go to sleep. You got to go to school the next day. And she just couldn't take it. That ADD, whatever, kicked in, and she had to get out there, and she decorated that tree till 5 in the morning and couldn't go to school the next day. She just gets so fixated on one thing, she can't leave it alone, you know. And so, like I say, so, you know, I got other stuff to deal with. It's always a challenge, but it's one of those good challenges, man. You know, as tough as it is, you appreciate your life, you appreciate her making you a more accepting person, a stronger person, and she has no clue what she's even doing. She's just being her, you know, and it really teaches you to be a good person, you know, and a lot of times I'm far from a good person, so it's kind of nice for my little girl to make me into a better person. That's it on that. So I don't know, man. I'm here at the Inland Tavern. We're going to try and build up this crowd here a little bit. People coming and just checking out the show. I think it'll be fun. So, I guess there's, I'll take the last maybe 10 minutes and do a couple of new little jokes that I've been working on, some new material. Some of you have heard, some of you haven't heard. Actually, there's a couple of jokes here that you probably haven't heard. The other one the other day, I was saying how important, when getting a divorce, how important it is to let the kids know, when there's kids involved in the divorce, to let the kids know that it's not because of them that mommy and daddy are having to separate or can't be together, that they don't have anything to do with it. It's important for the kids. So that day came around when we had to sit down and have that conversation. We had to have the conversation about how mommy and daddy can't be together, and that we're going to separate and live in different houses, and that that we love them, but it's absolutely necessary. But I believe in honesty. So I told the kids, I said, it's really not because of your mom that we have to separate. It's really because of you two fuckers that we have to separate. You're the reason that we're getting a divorce. I actually didn't call them fuckers because I thought they might take it a little hard, might be a little harsh. But from my tone of voice, I think they understood what I was talking about. That it wasn't any financial reasons that we had to separate. It was because of them, and I had to get as far away from them as possible. Yeah. I had to get away, right? From what I understand, they took it pretty well. I mean, of course, I wasn't there to see it. But yeah, they took it pretty well. And that's terrible, huh? So that's one of the new ones. What's up, Matt Purdue? Matt, what's going on? I got to bust you a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not going to tell him why, Matt. But forever you will be Taser to me. Sorry, dog. What's up, Taser? Matt Purdue, love you, dog. Oh my God, what a story. I'm not gonna put you out there in front, but that's a good story. But after Rafaelito, he went to take a dump. He's gone. All right. Well, let's see. Do I want to do any other ones? Oh, I can't even remember half of them anymore. I'm getting old. Anybody just tuning in right now? Have anything they want to go over? Talk about? Let's see. Who else is out there? Who's out there? I don't know. Let's see. Let's try and Guy I can't bring on because it doesn't allow me to add you. Anybody else want to go on out there? Let's see. Who's this? Danny, what's up? You want to do an interview about the band? Let me try and add you. See if you want to go. I don't know if you're in a place where you can do an interview. Reggie, what's up, dog? Boo, Jim Winkler. Jose. He's supposed to be here by now. Let's see, Vic. I'll talk to Vic, man. Is the kid sleeping? Let's see if he wants to come on. Talk about his new bat from DeMarini. I don't know if he's going to want to. We'll see. Trying to see if Vic wants to come on. No. Well, how about Jim Winkler? Okay, invite Guy. Who's still there? I'm just kind of winding down now, guys. Just having this drink. Been on for a little over an hour, so I think you guys are probably sick of me by now. Matt, you missed the whole thing. 6:30 every Wednesday. Tune in. Catch the whole show. My co-host is sick tonight, so he's not here. But tune in, see what's up, check it out. Tell all your friends. I'm going to have some flyers coming out pretty soon. But if you guys can just forward it, that'd be kind of cool. That way people know we're here doing this thing. That'd be nice. What else is up? I think I'm done. I think I've done all my points, what I wanted to talk about. That's pretty much it. So, Peter? Yeah. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good. I'm on right now. The guy, hey, if you want to say hi, what's up? No, you're good?
I'm good. I'm behind.
Right, so this is Peter. He's the owner of the place here, Inland Tavern here in San Marcos. He's the one that's kind enough to allow us to do our show from here. So we do appreciate it. If you're in the area or you live locally, I know a lot of you are up in Northern California, LA, and across the country, but if you're here in beautiful San Marcos and you have a chance to come down here, the food is excellent. They got a full bar. They got great beers on tap and changing out all the time. And it's a nice place. You know, it's not like, you know, super overly crowded. And all the people that come here are really cool people. So I know you'll enjoy it. Come by, check it out. Tell them that you heard me on the air and I mentioned to come by, and they'll take good care of you. I promise you. But I appreciate you stopping in and saying hi, man. Yeah, thank you. So this is Rick. I'm Pelon, and this is the Pelon and Chubby Show. It's been about an hour or so, and I'm probably boring you by now. I went over all my points. Everything is okie dokie. I hope everybody out there in LA, up in Ventura, is safe. I know the fires are going pretty good. Just get out of there. Go somewhere if you can, please. Be safe. And just, you know, take care of your families and know that you can replace all that stuff. And don't put yourself in harm's way. Tomorrow, there's about a 99% chance that we're going to go ahead and do something we haven't done before and shoot 2 episodes in 1 week. So tomorrow, I'm just going to say it's probably going to happen, but let's go tomorrow, 6 p.m. If you want to tune in, I'll have a whole new set of points, a couple new jokes to do. Guy will be back in the house. Chubby, the Chubby part of Pelon and Chubby, will be back in the house tomorrow. So check him out. At 6 o'clock tomorrow, we'll go 6 to say 7:30. Come, tune in. If you guys are local, come by and say hi, man. Have a beer, relax, have a drink, have something to eat. We'll hang out and talk. But I am Rick Salas from the Pelon and Chubby Show, half of it, and I appreciate you tuning in. This podcast is going to go to the moon with your help. Appreciate it. Love you all. See ya.